Hello, welcome back to another Artist Spotlight, and today we are talking about Alfredo Alcala, another Filipino artist that is underappreciated, underutilized, in my opinion. I don't have a lot of his work, but he started out doing a lot of DC horrors, okay? And I pull out a couple of books that I have. He also did some westerns, so let's take a look at his early work. Here you go, Alfredo Alcala. Right off the bat, you can see a lot of details, and he's definitely can draw real people really well. A lot of detail in the clothing, as you can see. They look pretty good, right? I think if you're familiar with his work, especially in the superhero genre, I think his muscular figures didn't look really didn't look as good at the start of his career in the early parts. Just look at the beautiful landscape. Lots of detail. Beautiful inking job. He did a lot of his own inking also. For the first part of his career, he did both a lot of the penciling and inking himself, and then he inked other people, and then the second half of his career he mostly did inking, especially in the Conan magazine. But if you can see, his style fits the horror genre really well. Okay, love this page. Look at that. As always, I pay a lot of attention to the folds and the creases in the pants, in the clothing. That tells me a lot about the artist when I see that kind of great details on the pants. Look at that. Gorgeous. If you Google his name, you will see a ton of gorgeous, incredible detail work online to enjoy. Okay, so hopefully this video will spur some interest in his work. I'll try not to take too long, but that's it. That's his work in this issue. Pretty decent, right? For a fairly young artist. And then he also did the work in this magazine. Okay, next we jump to this House of Secret issue 100. Love this Bernie Wrightson cover. Let's jump to his story quickly. Here we go. Just look at this. I really like this story. Once again, just pay attention to the amount of details in the blanket, the rug, the sheets. He is definitely a very good illustrator. He's not. It's hard for me to categorize him. Because he doesn't. He didn't do a lot of superhero drawing. So, for the most of his work, we're looking at horror, western, jungle. That's a great panels right there. I love this last panel. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, let's jump quickly to a Western book. Weird Western Tales, Jonah Hex, issue 19. Beautiful cover here. Beautiful color. Look at that. He did not do the cover. This is one of my favorite Western covers. And let's see which one he do. The first part is drew by Tony. Let's find the portion that is drew by Mr. Alcala himself. I believe this is it right here. Okay. So here you get a glimpse of his work in Western. Once again, beautiful. With Diablo. Beautiful horses. As you will see in the next book that I plan to follow, his style is best suited for black and white, because when you have a highly detailed with intricate inking, I think a lot of times having a work color, it kind of mute and muddle up the details. His work look so much better in black and white, and you will see. Really good storyteller, in my opinion. Good panel laid out. And that's the end, I believe. Nope, there's more. Let's just look at that. For sure, his action is not very dynamic. Perhaps it changes later, but as you can see, this is in his early stages of his career, in his first 2 years working for DC. So as you can see, the action panel tend to be somewhat stiff, okay? But the anatomy is there. That's the end. Okay, let's jump real quick. Here is one of my favorite of his work. This beautiful Tale of Zombie, issue 7. Love this cover, look at that. One of the forgotten magazines of the mid-70s that get canceled fairly quickly after, I think, a year and a half, 2 years. Let's look at the artwork inside. I'm not sure who did the work right there, but the cover, of course, is done by the famed Norm. Okay. The first part of this book is the first page. Actually, it's just the first page is Pablo Marco, and here we go. Feast your eyes on this. I will just shut up and let you enjoy the great beauty. That is just a beautiful panel right there. What do you think so far? Breathtaking, isn't it? Just look at the details in the trees and the leaf and the branches. That's a beautiful drawing right there. Just look at that. If you haven't heard of Alfredo Alcala before, now you have. Brilliant. So underappreciated. Underappreciated, underworked, underutilized. Unbelievable. trying to speed up the process here because I just look at my camera and look like I'm running out of time and spaces, so I have to hurry up and finish up this video before I run out of memory. I believe these magazines are not that expensive. Outside of issue 1, as in many titles, issue 1 tend to be more expensive, but the rest of the other 9 issues I think are fairly affordable, if not cheap, if you don't care about the condition, of course. Even this one, I think I paid maybe $12 or $14, I think, for this near mint copy. Just look at the amount of details he put on the woods and the wall and her dresses. As you can see in this magazine, it's a full story. Okay, you don't have unlike say other magazine like Vampirella or Eerie or Creepy with a lot of short stories inside. This one had the full long story, a good long story. I like this format much more than the typical magazine that trying to squeeze in 3 or 4 shorter story. It's hard to tell a good story when it's 8 to 10 to 12 pages long instead of being 30 pages. This is it. I got to the end before the camera run out of memory, and this is beautiful. What do you think? I hope by this point you became a fan of Alfredo Alcala. And that's it. Thanks for watching.